Namaste. Today we have with us Pujya Swami Bharat BHUSHANJI. Swamiji is the first recipient of Padma Awards in the field of yoga. He received it at the age of 39 by President of India. Famous as Grahastha Sannyasi, Swamiji established Moksha Yatan International Yoga Ashram at the age of 21. He has been honored many honors. Global Gem of Yoga by Pullian International Club of China, Awadh Samman Lifetime Achievement Awards by Zee News and Government of Uttar Pradesh, Lifetime Achievement Awards by AIMS New Delhi, and many more. Many national and international channels have documented Swamiji's life. He is the one who initiated International Yoga Festival in the year 1990. With the help of Government of India, he tried to bring many countries all over the world under one umbrella, and that is yoga. Swamiji, apart from establishing yoga centers, gymnasiums, schools, and colleges, he founded Live Blood Bank to help all the sectors of society without any discrimination. I offer you a warm welcome, Swamiji, today on behalf of the Yoga Institute, Santa Cruz, Dr. Hansaji Yogendra, and Life Management Yoga Center, which is run by Hansaji's disciples, Ramesh Ahujaji and Sangeeta Ahujaji. Today, we would like you to guide us on how yoga can be a blessing for bringing in social balance and harmony. So my first question to you today is yoga science or spirituality? How do you see it?
Namaste to everybody. My best wishes to this ever best institution, Yoga, Life Management Center, Hong Kong. The question is the common question, which is it rises in everybody's heart. What is yoga? Is it something physical or spiritual? In true sense, yoga covers all dimensions of life. Whatsoever appears to be physical, that we are doing asanas, we are doing cleansing processes, we are going deeper into the yoga text, may it be Patanjali, may it be Gorakshanatha, Heranda, or anybody, even Gita or Yoga Vasishtha, that is yoga philosophy. But if it is the yoga philosophy, then also just philosophy is not enough if it is not infused into our everyday life. So yoga is a philosophy, yoga is spiritual science, but physical science as well, because it touches all our systems, all our limbs, and even our all-round growth from early childhood. But what to say of early childhood? I should say from when baby is in the womb. From there, yoga training starts, and when we grow in this world, in physical aspect, then our strength, stamina, speed, our flexibility, our proportion of the body, grace and beauty of the body is covered. But only asanas and these shat karmas, pranayama, mudras, they are not complete in themselves until and unless the behavioral aspect of yoga is introduced, and that is called yogic philosophy. Main chapters of this applied philosophy are yama and niyama. So when yama is applied or niyama is applied, it appears to be an individual practice, but or philosophical practice, but in true sense, if it affects our physical growth, mental growth, and emotional growth as well. So as a body is a word in itself, because we learn in Indian philosophy that yoga philosophy that get the Brahmande Tat Pinde. Whatsoever is in this entire universe. Everything is there in our body as well. And as there are so many countries in this world, same way, there are so many countries in our body also. And they are called Desha in yogic language. We call Desha Bandha Chittasya Dharana. When we are physically fit, emotionally balanced, and focused, mentally focused, then comes our dharana. In dharana, we call Desh Bandha Chittasya Dharana. Desh is also there. So every Desha is effective because in this entire body, there are different limbs. As we have limbs of the body, our arm, our ear, our legs, and all other parts, same way, we have limbs in yoga as well. So if we think that only exercise is yoga, it will be an imperfect explanation and introduction of the yoga science. Or if we say it is something metaphysical and it has nothing to do with physical fitness or the ailments that appear in this body, and we can't cure those ailments through yoga, it's also wrong. Because the treatment that we give, the spiritual treatment, emotional treatment, and then the treatment through prana and yogic postures. So all this combined effort results into harmonious development of the personality. That is the aim of each and every individual. And we want, even in society also, that every individual should grow like this. So for perfect development of a personality, the physical aspect, spiritual aspect, emotional aspect, and social aspect are very, very important, or all these aspects are covered through regular and proper practice of yoga discipline.
Swamiji, for bringing in light into how yoga is not just physical, but there are many aspects to it. It is emotional, at the same time, it is social, it is social, emotional, physical, and there are many other aspects to yoga apart from being just sticking to the asana. Thank you for bringing in light there. Now, this shows that yoga is scientific. Yoga is not just spiritual, but you can apply it as a science, and you can see wonderful changes in one's behavior and personality. That is what Swamiji conveyed to us. Now, Swamiji, how to bring in that change? The question that is connected to your answer is that it has to be applied. You said yamas are there, niyamas are there, to apply into the social context. Now, understanding that we need to apply that, we learn it from our gurus, but when the time comes to bring in change in our lifestyle, everything just vanishes. All the knowledge that we gain, that goes somewhere, and we get back to our original behavior. How to bring change in the lifestyle very easily? That is what we want to know from you.
We call pratyutpannamati. Pratyutpannamati means whenever there is a particular situation that arises in your everyday life, those situations are they differ from one to another. And it is not so that the same situation has to occur again and again. So practice, philosophy applied into practice is true yoga. Because if it is not applied, may it be in science, we learn the Newton's formula of gravitation. We know the scientific development made by Archimedes. But when it needs to be applied and to be taken benefit of it, then we forget it. Then how it is useful to us, how can it be useful to us? Same way, the sutras, Yoga Sutra, may it be through Patanjali, may it be through Srimad Bhagavad Gita, may it be through Yoga Vasishtha, may it be through the text of Hatha Yoga, or even the modern yoga gurus who have tried to make these tough practices or tough sutras very easy for the common man, for the modern man. We learn the sutras. We try to remember them. We write detailed articles on those sutras. May it be um, the physical aspect or the mental aspect or the spiritual aspect, but we do not apply it in our practice. What happened? As yoga is going popular, people are loving it and they want to learn it, take benefit of yoga. And growing popularity of yoga has certainly developed or say rooted up the correct uh, the love for or the eagerness for this science. But knowledge aspect has become more stronger, and in everyday practice we are not applying them. Suppose we want to learn the principle of patience, we call it balance. We learn the aspect of tolerance, we learn the aspect of truthfulness, we learn the aspect of being uh, harmonious to others as well as at individual level. And we can deliver very good speeches on these subjects. The importance of peace is known by all. But in everyday practice, when we are in everyday life, not only in yoga exercises, but in everyday life, in our family circumstances, in our official circumstances, in our business offices, or even in field, or what to say of field, but even in war fields. If we forget the principle of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, then in war field, Srimad Bhagavad Gita is not going to give us anything. It will not be equip us with a perfect lifestyle. So adverse situation that I called Pratyutpannamati, whenever there is a crucial situation, for meeting that crucial situation and for combating and turning to be a winner, we have to learn that every day we apply it. There's a small situation that a 2,000 rupee note is found in the route on the way, and I think none is there to claim it. I pick it up and put it in my pocket. Here, and nothing has happened to the society. I have not damaged anybody. But as a yoga seeker, I have damaged myself because the principle of santosha has been missed somewhere. I have heard that principle. So even when I am alone or in society, I have to follow the maxims of yoga way of living. That application of yoga way of living will give me a quality life. If somebody abuses for me, then this I should take it not a matter of reaction, but I should take it as a matter of test whether I can tolerate. Because the man who has abused, he has abused out of his own opinion, out of his own mental situation, out of his own level of thinking, out of his own attitude towards life, or his opinion that he himself has created for me. So why should I be effective? I should not react. If I am not a reactionary man, it means I have learned yoga to some extent, and those abuses are not going to hurt me. Like Lord Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita or in Mahabharata, a simple smile can damage all his attacks. There has been time that Lord Krishna, Yogiraj Krishna, Yogeshwar Krishna, was abused 100 times. And he said, okay, I can bear it. But ultimately, the punishment was released on the person who abused him when 101 times. 101 time was the time of punishment. But those 100 time abuses or the punishment that Lord Krishna released for him after 101, both situations did not disturb Lord Krishna. He was at the side of justice. He was at the side of spirituality. He was at the side of his duty that is performed. He was not proud that I have killed that demon, but he was not proud that I have been a champion, excusing him for 100 times when he was abusing me. So, even smallest situations are our test. It is not that after completing 1 hour of yoga, one year of yoga diploma from India, the Indian Yoga, this Yoga Institute of Mumbai, you are going to pass the examination and then you will be awarded a diploma in Hong Kong. But the true successful seeker will be the one who every day learns and every day applies it to his life. Then, as the knowledge is gathered and he becomes richer and richer in terms of yogic excellence, then he has to apply all those practices into everyday way of living. Even the toughest circumstances are the best situations of our test. This has to be taken in mind. With that growth, regular, spontaneous growth, time comes when at the time of death, when we part from this world, when we renounce from this world, and even when we leave this beautiful body, that time also we are not disturbed. Because for a yogi, truth is naked and it appears before a yoga seeker in naked form. So that wisdom gives us the way, the perfect way to live and face every situation, may it be the situation of joy, may it be the situation of sorrows, may it be the situation of challenges, or may it be the situation of renouncing even time even. Because death simply is a process, part of life process in this world. This is the truth well realized by yogis, because yoga is not only confined to maintaining a sound, tough body and a strong build. It is, of course, necessary, and yoga helps in doing so, no doubt. It helps us in making our mind sharp and our memory good. But all these uh, uh, blessings of yoga have to be applied, keeping in mind that one day I have to renounce everything. When I opened my eyes in this world and I found this world around me, then at the time of departure, I have to see that could I make a little better world in comparison to that which I found when I was born in this world. All spiritual figures whom may it be in India, may it be in China, like Confucius, etc., may it be in Western countries, everywhere, these spiritual personalities have been incarnated, and it is um, blessing of divine to this entire world that all spiritual masters, almost all the spiritual masters, had to visit India and learn the secret of yoga science from the sages, rishis of India, and then go to their native countries and benefit their people. Because for yogis, this entire globe is one great abode, one nest, one family. So there's no other for us. With that opinion, we meet the people with broader arms and wider heart. And we accept all because they are our brothers and sisters. You must have remembered the speech given by great monk of India, Swami Vivekananda, when he was in Chicago. And he called not the people of America, or not the people of the world, but he simply called them brothers and sisters of America. Because you are all my brothers and sisters. Constant, this is the prasada of yoga that I'm living in India. I'm born in India, but I'm a global citizen. And with that relationship, may it be Yogendra, Yogiraj of Yoga Institute, Mumbai, or may it be Swami Bharat Bhushan of Mokshayatan Yoga Sansthan, the International Yoga Ashram. We are accepting you, and you have called us for a experimental practice, or rather say, for deeper discourse on science of yoga. I am very happy that you are completing 25 years of this relationship, and it has to go along. And with that consideration, our relation should be more stronger, and we will work more collectively. Because if a seed is taken from India and it is sold in Hong Kong, in Life Management Yoga Institution, or somewhere, America or America, the seed has to grow. The plant of yoga is to be developed there, and further people will be benefited with this practice. So yoga is a theory, yoga is an exercise, yoga is a purified system, yoga is a way of harmony at individual level and at social level, and everyday challenges are our best examiners, our best test opportunities where we have to apply it. And when we apply it in everyday practice, then every time, even when I am sleeping and some thought occurs to my mind, and that thought is not positive, this is the power of yoga, that even when I am in sleeping condition, sleeping position, those ethics of yoga that I have learned will transform my thought, and that negativity will also be converted into positivity. And a yogi will always be positive, not for family, not for his country, but for humanity as a whole, because he is a divine son, he is the son of divine. So when divine is positive for all, he loves all, he accepts all and embraces all. So I can, a yogi, be not like that. He has to be on the same process, because he is the master or he is the servant of divine. He is the master of divine life. In this way, everybody should understand and accept yoga. I'm very happy if yoga is not uh, confined to body. Generally, no doubt, it is obvious that we have to start our journey at body, but it should not finish at body level. Body is just a tool. It is an instrument. Even mind is a tool. It is also an instrument. And through combination, coordination of body, mind, we have to strengthen our soul. We have to purify our soul. And then we have to be able to merge into divinity, the purity, the absoluteness. This is the harmonious way of yogic application. Application is more important. We may learn a lot. We may compile so many books. We may have a library of millions of books. But at the time when application has to take place, that time we do not think of books. That time we do not discriminate whether it is Patanjali or Gorakshanatha or Krishna. We simply find the nectar, infuse it into the individuals or the humanity as a whole, and everybody has to be benefited with the applied technique.
What we learned from your words today is that yoga is not restricting yourself on the mat. So if you are on the mat for 1 hour, how you behave other 23 hours with a balanced state of mind, that is what is yoga and application of yoga. So how the world today is seeing yoga as just body, and the masters like you, Dr. Hansaji, they all are trying to make world aware of what yoga philosophy is all about, how it can bring behavioral change in one's personality, and with this, how we can bring a balance in society. But what we see, Swamiji, my question to you is, when we see at society today at large, what we see is a lot of disrest, a lot of problems, complaints. The social equilibrium is totally gone haywire. I mean, whenever we see, for example, we take some institute or some school or some college or some corporate, the people working there are not working in a harmony. To give an example, they are not supporting each other. There is a lot of pulling leg. There is a lot of competition. Even a child who is going school is facing this. How yoga can bring change here? How yoga can bridge this gap?
This is not the situation of a modern world only. Because if we look back and in ancient times, we find that same situation was there also. In Treta Yuga, when Ram was there, and earlier when Harishchandra was there, that time also the dark aspect of life was also there. In Dwapara, when Lord Krishna was there, negative forces were working at that time also. Even at our individual level, these forces go on working. I have negative aspect of my life that attracts me towards worldly gains, towards sensory subjects. And why I have positive or sattvic paksha also in my personality that attracts towards me towards divinity. So it has always been there. Of course, a little difference is there because in Sankhya Darshana, it is said a Sattvam, Lagu, Prakashakam, Ishtam, Upastambakam, Chalam cha Rajah. Every dosha has its quality, and merits and demerits are there. They are their own qualities. I mean, whether it is merit or demerit, it depends upon our attitude towards it. So, Sattvam, Satogun is there, though it is smaller in quantity, but it penetrates more deep. Prakashakam, Ishtam, it gives us light and it has to be attained. Even the Tamoguni person has also to move towards Rajogun and finally Satogun. It is there in less quantity. Then second thing is called Upastambakam Chalamcha Rajah. Rajogun is there, that is in you and me as well, because we want to strive, we want to fight for truth, for justice, for divine life. We want to fight, we want to struggle, we want to establish these things. It is the working force, we call it. So it is Rajoguna. And then third thing comes Guru Varnameva Tamaha. The Tamoguna, the darkness, dark aspect of life is still broader. But all the three have to be together always. It is in this age, it was in olden age, and it was still an ancient time, although it was there. Only the ratio or the proportion increases or decreases. Whenever we are in Samatva, then Yoga Sthiti is there. Samatva, we learn in Srimad Bhagavad Gita says, Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. When equilibrium is there, then we are a yogi, and yet incarnation of yoga is there in an individual. If maximum time I live in yogic discipline, yogic application, yogic atmosphere, then I am most of the time in samatva level. But when I look towards world, towards worldly gains, towards expectations of pushing some back and myself rising high, then the existence of worldly life starts. So even in today's situation, as you mentioned, Ansaji is there. I am there before you. We have several other masters, the spiritually highlighted or enlightened souls. So they're also in today's world. Those things are not touching their personality. So it means the difference is only of being a yogi at knowledge level or being a yogi at applied level. I tell you one thing. There have been yogis, they were not scholars. I'm there in front of you. I don't recognize myself as a scholar. I'm a sadhak. Kabir was a sadhak. Raidas was a sadhak. They were not scholars. But our practice and our realization made us so strong that we could today, there are diplomas, degree, education in yoga. You'll be surprised to know that I am not a master of yoga science in certificate matter, but I'm the one who is sitting in front of you. I'm the one that whom the credit goes that this man has developed yoga diploma, yoga certificate, and yoga degree college curriculum syllabus for university education. So it establishes that without having a degree, a PhD degree or a D.Litt of yoga, I'm authorized by the universities to check and award the PhD research degrees, research theses. So I go for studying those theses, and I recommend that this thesis should be awarded PhD or this should not be done now. Though in today's time, so many scholars have taken birth because now yoga is a regular part of education, and not only in India but in entire world, people are doing graduation and post graduation yoga. But in my time, when there was no formal education of yoga, then only through Guru Mukh, through our Guru's blessing, we could learn things, we could explore them, and then we made diploma, degree, certificates to be studied for coming generations. Coming generation, present generation are reading, they are studying, they are making new researches, and these things are growing. But what I want to tell is that we should not blame time. As कहते हैं कि समस्या है तो समाधान भी है. If there is any situation, then samadhan comes. Then we find some solution. So when today's world is under tension, under different aspirations, under immoral competition, because competition was always there, but there was time when in competition, if somebody is better, then I am defeated. But I'll say no, he is better, so he should be a winner. I am well defeated, no problem. I'll grow further. That time is not in these days. In these days, man is passionate. He wants that I should survive whether by fair or foul means. So it is horrible. But still, you will note and you'll find it wonder that as the situations are becoming adverse and challenges are there before the humanity or before the science of yoga or spiritual science, at the same time, the popularity has grown and there is much and more requirement felt by the people. They realize it that yoga should be part of life and we should learn and apply yoga in practice. So when this thirst is there in the heart, in the life of people, so that thirst has to be satisfied. They have to quench the thirst. For that, they come to yoga masters and seers. And now the yoga centers are in bulge quantity throughout the world. They are mushrooming, rather say, like anything. But still, we have to be very careful that our acts should be such, our teaching should be such, our courses should be such that they are not different from the genuine yogic principles. So, what Bharat Yoga, that Mokshayatan Yoga Sansthan has introduced, and where we work collectively, may it be our Yoga Institute of Tantra, may it be of Art of Living by Shri Shri Ravi Shankar ji, may it be Patanjali of Haridwar, may it be some older institutes of our Bihar, we are together in a concept of yoga family, and with that we are trying. So it was no doubt appeared in my mind that we have to save and protect the genuine form of yoga, which was initially given by India to the entire world. But now it is, because it is a universal demand. It could have been incarnated in some other mind also. What does it matter? So if I thought it, and if we thought of promoting Bharat yoga, not Indian yoga, because Indian yoga means a very short-term yoga, because India has not a long time when it was established. It is just a few thousands years back when India came into existence. But Bharat Varsha, Aryavartaik Deshe, it is millions and millions of years ago that it was there. And so the same long age is of yoga with the incarnation, rather say, with the beginning of this world and with beginning of the book of excellence, we call it Vedas. Yoga life is interesting because yoga has deep relation to sorrow. As man came to this world as an innocent child takes birth even today, so he starts facing sorrows. And whenever sorrow is there, then the solution has also to be there. And that solution is the solution yoga science. Because Sankhya Yoga Darshan says, okay, दुःखत्रय अभिघाता जिज्ञासा तद अपघात के हेतु दृष्टे सा अपार्था चेत न एकांत अत्यंत तो अभाव. When we live, or rather say we struggle for survival in this world, we have to face the adversity. But whenever sorrow is there, the solution of yoga was introduced at the same time. And that solution could never be a physical solution, because all physical sources, all physical solutions have to perish very soon. Only the immortal solution has to be introduced. Because suppose if there are heavy rains, three types of sorrows are there. One is physical, daihic, then daivik, these calamities, natural calamities. Second is this, and the third one is bhautik, with other beings, with our beings, we suffer. So all need to be solution that we have to be protected. We build houses, we develop medical systems and medicines and pills. Even for fighting corona, we developed corona vaccine. And for securing ourselves from others, from other beings, even maybe men or these birds and beasts, we protect our houses that we feel comfortable. But still, they have to be perished one day. Only the realization of truth and finding our true existence and learning to live in our true being is the goal, is the solution. With that solution, we become fearless, because we know that body has body and soul. They have to part someday. They are here for a few years, for a few little time, because tool should be there to perform the duty. So soul is blessed with mind and body to perform our humanly duty and to pass the test. And after going from this world, we will go separately. All Panchatattva's have to merge with Panchatattva's of this physical body, and I am immortal being. Amar Bhuve na marenge. That immortal being is always immortal, and it has to merge with the reality. So this can be learned best through yoga and through applied yoga state, because book only at speeches, only earning certificates on the basis of our knowledge is not enough. They are just helpful subjects. They are helpful things, or even helpful friends. Our gurus are our best friends. Lord Krishna is the best friend of Arjuna. So we are co-participants in this voyage of this what is the self, from material to the self. So this voice is completed, and we have never to be negative, or we have never to lose heart. That situations are different, and competition is there, negativity is there, and anger is surviving, and we have inner enmity and the conflicts in this world. No doubt they are, but solutions are also there. And what for this life management yoga institution is there? What for Mokshayatan Yoga Sansthan is there? What for Yoga Institute with its glorious branches all over the world are there? We are there. We are the servants of divine, and we have to serve humanity in the best way. So all these problems have to be resolved not with weapons, not with atomic bombs or the missiles, but to everlasting darshan chakra, the sweet smile of a youth, the helping hand and a loving heart of a youth. This has been the concept behind our International Day of Yoga. Honorable Prime Minister, a Yogi Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, was clear in his opinion that we can't own the world, and none could have victory over the world through these weapons and firearms. But certainly, the best way is love, grow sympathy, to go cooperation and coordination, have a friendly mind and a friendly heart. With that opinion, yoga could be the best tool, and our United Nations organization accepted this proposal of India, and today entire world is celebrating yoga because challenges are everywhere, problems are everywhere. So everywhere solution is required, and that solution is given by Indian tradition, high tradition of yogis, and still it is being, and it will continue to serve the entire world with the nectar of yoga. No problem is so big that could not be solved. Smiling.
Thank you, Swamiji, to bringing us to this one-pointed, focused knowledge that no problem comes without a solution. And there's nothing can be labeled as a modern day problems, because problems were there before. Even in Treta Yuga, you said that Lord Krishna, Lord Rama, everybody faced a problem. Our Sankhya philosophy, which is believed to be the oldest philosophy, guides us that we all are made up of sattva, rajas, tamas. That is what Swamiji guided us very clearly, that when sattva is there, rajas and tamas are there too. Now, how we nurture our sattva? Nurturing sattva through the guidance of gurus like Swamiji, Hansaji, and many more for that matter, are helping us to nurture sattva in us. Sattva will bring in balanced state of mind, making the problems not look like problems. So whatever comes with a solution, and there is no problem to be labeled as a modern day problems. Problems are there, and always there is a solution to it. Thank you, Swamiji, for making it very clear to us. Now, my next question to you is, what one message that you would like to give youth of the world, not just India, but all over the world? They are the future of our, not just nation, but world. And they are going to shape our future. So just one message, what you can guide them.
Message is not a combination of few words. Message is that which is given through our practical life. So my life is the best message, if at all you want to take it. I am a common man. My dedication and my continuous yoga sadhana made me the first ever PADMASHRI yoga, the first ever elite of yoga. It made me the one who could serve humanity with the proper university education in yoga, who could introduce applied yoga in armed forces, in administrative academies, in our industrial houses, and who could propagate yoga through tourism and culture, and who could dream that people of world should come to India to learn the essence of yoga, because it is duty of India, because we are blessed with a high tradition of Indian rishis since Vedic age, and it is still going on even today. So it is our duty to serve the world, and it is the right of entire world to come and learn. With that thought in mind, I'm still happy that I could introduce first ever international yoga festival. It was also conducted in India in 1990, long back in Rishikesh. And I'm still happy that it is a continuous process. And now almost 30 years, 32 years have passed, and it is being celebrated. And today, these performance of our duty has led us all to the day that now entire universe is a great one family. I am Nijah Paruveti Ganana Lagu Chetasam Udar Charitanam to Vasudaiva Kutumbakam. And that I could do. Because if you want to learn lesson from my life, then I have quoted that may it be Kabir, may it be Raidas, may it be Lord Krishna, and Ramakrishna Paramahansa, so many. So they were average people having their small family, their small units, their children, their wife, taking life as a yajan. All Indian gurus made it clear that yoga is not for fugitives. It is not for those who run away from the worldly duties. Even the example of the most popular yoga lesson, yoga preaching in the battlefield of Mahabharata, given to Arjun by Lord Krishna, it is established that we have to live a very, very normal life. We have to live on this planet Earth only, and we have to descend divinity on this planet. And it has ever happened. It will continue to happen. Swarga or heaven is not anywhere else, but it is here, and here only. We have to learn this. This is my message, that we have to not to aspire for heavenly life, but we have to bring heaven on this earth. This is my lesson, or this is the thing that we can learn and apply it in the everyday life. Or not only that, we will come sometime. This is the moment. Adeva Maranamastu Yuvantareva Nyayat Patha Pravichalanti Padannadhira. It is not so that that time will come when India will be a yoga world guru, or time will come when will be moving on the path of moksha. No, it will never come. It is now and this moment. So at this moment, whosoever is joining this session, I pray for all of you that may yoga descend directly from Indian rishis and Indian high tradition, spirituality to each and every individual of the world, and may all be benefited. May we all learn the art of living together. God bless you. Hari Om.
Very correct, Swamiji. So what I received from this discussion of your message to youth is heaven is not anywhere else. Heaven is very much here. And how you behave, how you make people around you feel, how is your conduct with them, that is what makes the heaven around you. And being in the moment, there is no some grand moment that is waiting for you. Every moment is the moment. And that is a beautiful message to the youth, Swamiji, by you. And my last question to you today is one message again for our center in Hong Kong, which is run by Hansaji's disciple, Ramesh Ahuja ji and Sangeeta Ahuja ji, Life Management Yoga Center. What you would guide?
Ramesh should be a truly Ramesh, because his parents has given him name Ramesh. Ramesh is the divinity living in each molecule of our existence. Romesh, Rom me Ram, that is Romesh. And then Sangeeta is infused into the life. When Romesh is there, we allow Rama to enter our body, our life. Then Sangeet is the automatic outcome of it. So, what a beautiful coincidence that in this institution is being led by Ramesh and Sangeeta themselves. And moreover, the Yoga Institute, I'm not a new person for this institute. Hansaji, my sister, is a wonderful yoga guru. And up to that level that they have a beautiful family and they have spread this family. Because this is what our Indian system says. That, as I say, mokshayatan, this is from this being to the stage of salvation. Whosoever comes in process, they are all our family members. Same way, in Yoga Institute, she is a gentle lady, noble lady, but she devoted herself to every time yoga practice, yoga application and yoga service. Our devoted efforts, we are working together, and this is divine blessing that our divine devoted efforts are bearing fruits now. Remember that in first International Yoga Festival, when I was leading it in Rishikesh, and people from around 50 or 54 countries were there. So there was one gentleman, in very first International Yoga Festival, there was one gentleman from Hong Kong. And today I am addressing, after 32 years, I am addressing my institute, which is working in Hong Kong. Day is not far off when we'll be together someday. And I would love to see the scholars, the graduates of this Life Management Institute growing wonderfully, moving on the path of yoga and giving an opportunity of others to learn the science, because this tradition should continue one to next to next. I pray that all graduates of this institute, because I think it is completing its silver jubilee now. Yes. And I congratulate this beautiful couple, Rameshji and Sangeeta, because they are giving a true name to their being. Whatsoever name is given to them, they are giving it a meaning. And with that meaning, this institute has joined hands with India and one of the best institutions of India, Yoga Institute. So, and today they are also certainly attached to it. Otherwise, why should have I accepted your invitation with that family brotherhood? Because I thought that my brothers are calling me there, and it is my utmost duty to go, cooperate, and serve. Thank you.
Thank you, Swamiji. Rom me Sangeet. What a message to Life Management Yoga Center. It is so beautifully said. This Sangeet of yoga, they are spreading not just to the Hong Kong people, but all over the world. And that is so beautiful. Thank you so much, Swamiji. You are truly an ambassador of peace, harmony, and balance. We are truly blessed to connect with you today and hope to see you very soon again to Santa Cruz Institute, the main one directed by Dr. Hansaji. Namaste. We hope to see you very soon again. It was a great talking to you. Namaste. Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you.